Good afternoon, everybody. Well, first of all, I would like to thank the conference organizers for this wonderful conference, the audience, and also the IFAMA Young Board for trusting me being here in the scenario. So now we are going to explore the importance of bringing new people and talented people to our industry that we need to have them in our sector. So first of all, I just wanted to mention that I'm not here as a theorist. I was born in the farm in the south of Chile, so I used to work in our dairy farm, our family farm, and I learned how to drive a Massey Ferguson 265 when I was 9 years old. So I know what is to have muddy boots, and now I am in strategic rooms making decisions to impact our sector. So I realized since I was very young that our family farm was really focused on technical aspect, and they didn't have a strategic focus or a business plan, and this generated the bankrupt. So I just wanted to study, to be a businessman, and to make my dream true, to have a farm, and now I'm working on that. So that's why I moved to study in Spain, to do an MBA in Almeria, to learn a new model where greenhouses are the protagonist. And now I came back to Chile like 1 year ago. So I started working with technology, first in post-harvest technologies, and nowadays I work in Gota, that is a company where we use technology to optimize the use of water, and also we use AI and database decisions with qualified people to have a positive impact on the use of water. So why the world needs new leaders? Well, we are facing a climate volatility. In the first keynote in the morning, we saw different numbers, so I invite you to check this article. So we can see that the climate change has reduced the global productivity by 21%. Maybe there is a mathematical thing that you could observe looking at this article. There also is an increasing demand where we are going to need around 35 to 50% more food than in 2010. So also we are facing a resource scarcity, and of course all models of leadership are still in the industry. As Vinicius was mentioned, FAO says that the average age of people that is related to agriculture is over 55 years old. So we need to bring new and young leaders for this sector. We need adaptive leaders who balance data, empathy, business acumen, and sustainability, of course. Which is the ideal profile of tomorrow's leader? This leader must have an hybrid expertise, mixing agronomical knowledge, data management, business strategic thinking, and of course the sustainability focus. It must be people-centered, so not just managing fields, also managing teams, and knowing how to do partnerships and make accurate long-term decisions. This is very important because sometimes as farmers we face a lot of challenges in each of our seasons that sometimes we can't prevent or project what is going to happen because we work on nature and we can't control it, but we need to think in the long term, or at least in the medium term. Also, this person must be a system thinker, able to integrate each area of the farm, considering production, processing, marketing, and policies. This person must think in a holistic way. And of course, that we need to use the tools that the world is giving to us and considering technology. This person must be able to work with GIS, with ERPs, or AI. Which are the main challenges that we can face when we want to train these people? Well, there is a gap between the rural world and the urban world. So some of the leaders that we have in our industry doesn't have the possibility to live farm immersion, so we need to do it from the beginning. Also, we are facing the theory versus practice. We have seen during these days that there are many academicals that are interested in our sector, so we need to to bring those solutions to the real world, to have an impact and to give the tools to the private sector and also to the government to follow the right way. Also, we can see that there is a resistance to change. So some farms and companies don't create the space for leadership. And old people or more experienced people, they want to keep doing the things that they have done during all his life. But also we can see that 39% of farmers use or are planning to use AgTechs. This was mentioned by McKinsey in 2022. On the other hand, we can see that the global agricultural market of IoT has grown and will continue growing. So what if we implement technology? We can have a reborn in agriculture. What can we learn from other industries? Other industries think long term. This is very important. Use structured data and innovate constantly. So, for example, financial services and tech sectors report that more than 90% of their decisions are data-driven. What about agriculture? In agriculture, we can see that only 25 to 30% of their decisions are made based on data. So let's stop making decisions on what worked last year or good feeling, and let's using their data and changing our way to work. So new leaders must bring business discipline and learn how to fail fast, test ideas, and scale successes. So we have seen that this industry has struggled many years and will continue struggling a little bit if we don't change the way that we work. So why not consider the technology, for example, IoT, remote sensors, IT software, robotics, is changing our industry. So the quality of life of people that is working in our industry will change. Here we have some data that you can see. I was remembering what Vinicius was mentioned also. We need to educate from the beginning, not just on universities. And here we can see Craft, for example, that is a platform, is a game that teaches how to harvest, how to seed, how to breed in our farms. Maybe some of the younger ones know Minecraft. So this is similar to Minecraft, but focused only in agriculture. So from this, we can teach our young people, since they are really young, like the one that we were seeing on Instagram. That person is a good example, but also we need to consider that not all our young people has the opportunity to be on the farm. I feel really lucky because I was born on it, but not everyone has this wonderful opportunity to be part of this industry. So what if we use the technology to transmit this knowledge, to show all the value chain from the seed to our table, and maybe we can use this kind of apps, or in the future we will have more for sure, but I just wanted to mention it. So how we train these purpose-driven leaders? First of all, I was mentioned real-world exposure. So we have internships, case studies, cross-country exchanges. And of course, we need them that they have soft skills, like empathy, communication, negotiation, and critical thinking. And of course, we need to see and to respect agriculture as a business, because we need not to cover all the social and environmental aspect, we need to have an economical result that is positive. So failure as a learning and resourcefulness as a virtue. And finally, imagine that we have the responsibility of feeding the world and sustaining the planet, so we can connect the leadership with purpose. We have the biggest purpose in the world, that is sustaining our planet through feeding it. So I just wanted to mention some final takeaways. The world needs agro leaders who are rooted in the land but fluent in data, business, and people. Technology is the enabler, not the answer 100%. We need professionals with good skills and good technical preparation. Training leadership is not an event. It's a process starting from mentorship, real-life experience, and interdisciplinary learning, as was mentioned before. If we want more resilient and equitable food system, we must invest in people who will lead it. My journey began behind a tractor. If we embrace what we have been talking today, I'm sure that we can change lives and we can empower people and young people to change the world. So let's continue working, and thank you for all your paying attention.